Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Tyler. Welcome back to Scorpio Oxman channel. So, uh, yeah, today I thought was very interesting, and I definitely wanted to mention about this is going to be another show about celebrities who are the exact same sign of the primal astrology zodiac, the same sign of the zodiac of the primal astrology. And as I've mentioned many times before, there are 144 different spirit animals in the primal astrology, and the salamander being one of them. The salamander being one of them. So today is Saturday, June the 15th of 2024. Today is Day of the Salamander in primal astrology. So those people, every man and woman who is born on this day, they are going to be spirit of the salamander, just like Justin Bieber and just like Steven Seagal. Okay, so Justin Bieber and the actor Steven Seagal, both of them are spirit of the salamander in primal astrology. And today we're going to read about the characteristics and the traits and so on of those who are spirit of the salamander, who are Justin Bieber and Steven Seagal, uh, who are they're two examples of spirit of the salamander among the celebrity world. Okay, among the world of people who are famous. Of course, Justin Bieber is iconic musician, and we're going to get to Steven Seagal as well, who is he's a legendary actor, one of the legendary actors in action movies and he's a martial artist, of course. And okay, so I'm going to show you the proof of why they are spirit of the salamander, because when both of them were born, the moon was in Virgo, in the sign of Virgo. And in the Chinese astrology or Vietnamese astrology, the day they were born was day of the dog in Chinese astrology. So in primal astrology, the combination of Virgo and dog is spirit of the salamander. Okay, so I'm going to show you the proof. And of course, I'll show you Steven Seagal as well. Yeah, there's Steven Seagal as well. So I thought it was interesting, both Justin Bieber and Steven Seagal, the same sign of the primal astrology zodiac. And what it says about them it's quite interesting, of course. So, and really, I think really resonates with them very much so. Okay, so yeah, so we'll do Justin Bieber first. Rising sign. Astrocharts is the typical website that I love to visit, Astrocharts. And there he is, Justin Bieber, London, Ontario, March 1st, 1994, 12:56 a.m. And I believe I've mentioned this in a video before, but the very hospital that Justin Bieber was born in, my mother my mother was born in the very same hospital that he was born in because my mother is native to London, Ontario. Interestingly enough, 1947, I'll mention. Yeah. Uh, yeah, my mother, who is native to London, Ontario, born in the same hospital, and that's St. Joseph's Hospital, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, the name of it. And yeah, that's a true story. So yeah, so Justin Bieber, March the 1st, 1994, 12:56 a.m. Yeah, so that's literally the beginning of the day, basically. So I just want to show you the proof that that is a Virgo moon, of course. Uh, yeah. So mastering the zodiac, true sidereal chart, 12:56 a.m. it said, right? Yeah. So yeah. City, London, London, Ontario. Yeah. So I'm showing you the proof that his moon is in Virgo, the sign of Virgo. Uh, yeah, so 12:56 a.m. goes like this. Yeah. So here he is. Masteringthezodiac.com, birth chart calculator. So there it is right there. So yeah, Justin Bieber, March 1st, 94, 12:56 a.m., which is the beginning of the day. And there you have it, his moon. As you can see, his moon in Virgo. So, and I'm just going to show you, I'm going to go right ahead to Steven Seagal. Uh, he's, yeah, he's 1952. What happened there? 19, yeah, he's April 10th, 1952. And just going to look him up here, my phone here. Rising, rising sign. Yep. His birth time is he's in Lansing, Michigan. So Lansing, Michigan, uh, April 10th of 52. He's 1:54 p.m. 1:54 p.m. is his time. There it is. Yeah. And okay, so yeah, Steven Seagal, see his birth time is 1:54 p.m. April 10, 1952 in Lansing, Michigan. Okay, so here he is, and as you can see, his moon, well, look at his moon. His moon is like literally the exact same spot. It's like literally the same spot as Justin Bieber in the sign of Virgo. There, as you can see right here that I'm pointing out with the cursor. So that's pretty. So they're pretty similar in that in terms of the location of their moons. So at their time of birth. So there you go. Yep. So Steven Seagal. Yeah, and you could look up Steven Seagal's the on Astro charts. Steven Seagal rising sign, April 10, 1952, 1:54 p.m. in Lansing, Michigan. So as you could see, his moon is also Virgo. So there you have it. And okay, so now I'm just going to go to mastersci.com and mastersci love match. And I'm going to show you their I'm going to show you the proof that both of them are day of the dog in Chinese astrology. So, okay. So here's we'll do Justin Bieber first. He's 1990 March 1st, 1994. And Steven Seagal is April 10, 1952. Yep. So here's the proof right here in the Chinese astrology or Vietnamese astrology. So look at this. Both of them are born day of the fire dog, the fire of all this. So there's five types. There's five types of dogs in the Chinese astrology. There's the fire dog, the earth dog, the metal dog, and which is actually today. Today is actually Day of the Metal Dog, but it's still sign of the dog in general. Still sign of the dog in Chinese astrology, regardless of what element type that the dog is. So and then so the fire dog, earth dog, metal dog, water dog, and wood dog. And so both, and this is another thing they have so much in common, believe it or not, between with Justin Bieber and Steven Seagal. Both of them are born on Day of the Fire Dog, as you can see the proof right here. So day of the Fire Dog, Day of the Fire Dog. Yep. So Justin Bieber, March 1st, 1994. Steven Seagal, April 7, 52. So there you go. So both of them are fire dogs in terms of the day sign of theirs in Chinese astrology. So both of them were born on so both Steven Seagal and Justin Bieber were born on Day of the Salamander in primal astrology, because they both have a Virgo moon and they're both born on Day of the Dog. I just showed you the proof of that. Okay, so we're going to go to primalastrology.com, primalastrology.com, and the signs by combination. So so the combination of Virgo and dog is the spirit of the salamander. Who is them? Who is Steven Seagal and Justin Bieber? Okay, so we're just going to scroll down here. So here we have it. So there it is there. The Virgo dog is the salamander. Okay, so let's read about the spirit. Let's read a bit about the spirit of the salamander in Primal Astrology, who is, as I've mentioned, Steven Seagal and Justin Bieber. Okay, here it is, the salamander. And what it says is quite interesting. The spirit of the salamander, those who are the spirit of the salamander, they are sensitive, caring, and idealistic. Those born under the sign of the salamander are intelligent, but fragile. They are fragile individuals who have a unique set of challenges set up for them. Humanitarian and idealistic, members of this sign will face many arduous emotional events in their lifetime. That's interesting. They will face many arduous emotional events, many of which may end in disappointment. Yet there is a very intentional reason for these lessons. Many individuals choose to become salamanders during a lifetime in order to learn to control emotions. Limitations on the ability to express oneself, which can be offset by other positions in the birth chart. So limitations on the ability to express oneself can cause much frustration for this well-intentioned sign. So they are well-intentioned as well. Well-formed plans may fall apart and relationships may crumble, but salamanders need these events in order to learn how to deal with emotional upsets without shutting down or turning off. In the animal kingdom, now here's what got me, here's what I thought was really interesting. In the animal kingdom, many salamanders exhibit an interesting behavior called autonomy, uh, autonomy, wherein they actually sever a body part to leave for predators so they can escape. Though it may be painful at the time, the ever-resilient salamander will simply grow another appendage to replace the old one. So that shows, so this shows that they're resilient. So this shows here that Justin Bieber and Steven Seagal, they are resilient. So Steven Seagal in all his martial arts, he's pretty resilient, and I'm sure Justin Bieber can do the same. I imagine he could do the same as Steven Seagal in martial arts. So it wouldn't be surprising to me. And so yeah, the ever resilient salamander will simply grow another appendage to replace the old one. This is an astute this is an astute metaphor for those born under this sign. They may run, hide, and sacrifice parts of themselves in order to evade dangers in the world. But in the end, they always find a way to return to face the challenge again and again. That's Steven Seagal. That sounds so much like Steven Seagal in his movies. And so that says a lot. That says a lot right there. And Justin Bieber too, he does the same thing. So there you go. They always find a way to return to face a challenge again and again. So there you go. Keep that one in mind. Yeah. So both Virgo and Dog have a tendency to shut down when they get overwhelmed. There is a dark place deep inside themselves in which to hide. Interestingly, under stressful or heavily emotional duress, they tend to become the exact opposite of their normal selves. Rather than being kind caretakers, their sensitivity does a total shutdown and they could become cold and flexible, worried, picky, defensive, and judgmental. Their typical creative thinking style shuts down completely and they retreat into a defensive posture until they can analyze the situation properly and find the strength to fight another day. So that's the last sentence. Okay, now I'm going to take a look. We're going to take a look now of what it says about careers and goals. Now, this one will be interesting, what it says. So careers and goals of the salamander and what's good for them typically. The best way for salamanders to fulfill their life goals and achieve a greater emotional balance is to help others in need. So, though this may be emotionally challenging, even scary for many, the satisfaction of caring for others has a way of both teaching the core lessons this sign needs to learn and fulfilling their inner emotional needs. This caretaker, so the salamander is a caretaker in primal astrology. So that is Steven Seagal and Justin Bieber. They're caretakers. This caretaker role can take on many forms, but most will have to do with health, medicine, and legal issues. The most common expression of this role is as a mother or father. The process of raising a child can transform this sign as long as they are open to being changed. This may or may not fit every member of this sign, and for some, parenting will simply happen in addition to the other roles they play. So other common roles for salamanders are doctor, nurse, scientist, researcher, mental health worker, lawyer, or judge. So there you have it for careers and goals of the spirit of the salamander. So, okay, guys, thanks again for watching today. And today's show, of course, an educational show, was about Spirit of the Salamander. That is today. Today on this day is Day of the Salamander in Primal Astrology. Just a reminder again. And two celebrities or two famous people who happen to be born on Day of the Salamander, they are Justin Bieber and Steven Seagal. So there you have it. Okay, thanks again, guys. So thanks again for watching. And all the best. So thanks again, guys. And again, keep your questions firing at me. I answer your questions for free. And that's scorpiooxman@gmail.com. scorpiooxman@gmail.com. I answer your questions for free. So thanks again, guys. Until next time, all the best and God bless. Thanks again. Yeah, lots of love.